Cow, you're here! You've made it! Hoorah! And where is here, you may ask? This is, of course, the MindGriller Server. And I'm Gravity, and this is Well, now you may expect that standing next to me would be Cow. But said bovine best friend is not exactly next to me as he usually is in our infamous introductions. Nay, he is currently, occupied, upon some sponges. Now, cows usually do not suffer from incontinence. No. Seemingly, he has perhaps had too much wheat this morning with his muesli. Well, either that or he's got hoof and mouth disease again. And no one wants that. Well, now, if you look just over there, you will see the small but not necessarily svelte physique of he of whom I speak. The mononymous best friend in the whole wide world. That's my friend Cow. And as the most frequent viewers of this channel will know, and that means both of you, Cow is, well, my best friend. So why else is he all the way over there? Well, I assure you it has nothing to do with air quality and nitrogen levels. But I would propose to you that such a query is in fact also in the form of a good question. Now, woo, cannonball! Now, is kerplunge a verb? It should be. I will say that I have been a busy beaver of sorts. Atop my to-do list is, of course, as you may have noted in our last spine-tingling episode, the collection of our raft with chests. Oh, and what's his name? Who I expect is still stood thereupon. Nonetheless, hitherto and so forth. I am enjoying the sunshine here within the grounds of our Oriental-themed bed and bath hotel, whilst I was patiently waiting for you, plural, to arrive. Hope springs eternal. Now, I won't hold your tardiness against you. Unexpected things happen in our ever-changing world. Perhaps you had time to dump your NVIDIA stock, or not. Now, I'm not one to pontificate upon stock forecasts. What do I know about anything anyways? Just saying, no. Now, I do enjoy a short plunge off a tall roof into the sparkling waters of this hotel's luxurious swimming pool. After which, of course, comes a heartwarming reunion with Cow. Now, the most indulgent among you will not be surprised that Cow has been quite helpful this morning with debugging our experimental redstone build. In between what has seemed like a George Michael album's worth of trombone solos, as you will soon hear. Hey now, there's as much traffic around here as a public restroom in 1998 at Will Rogers Memorial Park across from the Beverly Hills Hotel at the intersection of Beverly Drive and Sunset Boulevard in Beverly Hills, California. Now, I suppose there is no reason in particular that this detail has come to mind. Just a random mental hookup between synapses in my brain. Speaking of which, I'm getting some sort of flash about a badge and a policeman selling a story. Well, sometimes these random thoughts cloud my memories, like a steamy public urinal. Now, I think that is amazing. The way that the midday sun can set you free. Now, before I digress further into the copywritten, well-trodden bushes of a public park, let us change topics, shall we? Now, as the most frequent viewers of this channel will know, I am not one to let an opportunity pass me by. Like a pink dot delivery driver at the intersection of Beverly Drive and Sunset Boulevard in Beverly Hills, California. Inception, anyone? I will get to him another time, once I am standing next to my well-paddied podest stool. Spank. Why does that tickle me so much? Perhaps because I love free leads, which I definitely did not steal from this guy who is equally definitely not a stand-in for a Beverly Hills police officer who is hanging out in this shady place for no reason at all. Now, and anyways, back to the matter at hand. Ouch. Now, what have Cow and I been up to, you may ask? Good question. The inspiration for this build is naturally the clever basalt generator we came across in the Nether. The most retentive viewers among you will recall seeing it in one of our previous spine-tingling episodes. Cow had the idea of experimenting to see how little redstone could be used in relation to calibrated skulk sensors. Now, I would like here to pause just a moment. Now, I imagine you two have been plagued in your YouTube homepage by videos such such as Minecraft's best creeper farm, all in caps, 1.21-new-9,000 plus caps per hour, exclamation point. And efficient mob farm, 15,000 plus per hour, Minecraft 1.21 plus tutorial. And gold farm, 21,000 plus per hour, Minecraft 1.21 plus tutorial. And bamboo farm, 10,000 plus per hour, Minecraft 1.21 plus tutorial. And best new XP all caps farm, Minecraft Bedrock 1.21 exclamation point. Whilst not specifying an exact item count in the title, this farm claims to produce 60,000 XP per hour. Now I could go on, but I won't. In that, in as much as it is up to my head, Minecraft is largely a sandbox game, and you or I or Cow can play and do whatever we please. That being said, is it sensible to generate thousands upon thousands of anything in Minecraft? Now you will have to excuse me. I'm going to have to take this call. It might be very, very, very important. Hello, GravityFiller's residence. GravityFiller speaking. No, I'm not mad that you called. Yeah, well, DeepSeek appears to have temporarily shaken the US AI stock sector. Yeah, well, only 6 million. Yeah, well, when the usual suspects were seeking hundreds of millions to do exactly what has already been done by 6 million, it leads one to have questions. Just saying. What? He wants to fill his indoor swimming pool with baby oil. Now I've heard that pools are notoriously filthy. Ah, selling point. Yeah, feature versus bug. I get it. Ah, well, lifestyles of the rich and famous. Anyways, I gotta go now. Bye, goodbye. Ah, well, now I'm gonna have to get the freak off this phone line. Am I still on the air? Goodbye, bye. I'll have you know I was shouting bye with a Y. Goodbye. Yeesh, I feel like I have to wash my hands. And not with baby oil. Now. Anyways, where were we? Let me see. All right, we were talking about oversized farms, and I was questioning the rationale for their existence in our world. And Cow and I were about to propose that perhaps, maybe semi-likely, that such dubiously valuable farms might be antisocial tools. Whether they are in your personal world, or if you're on a server like the MindGriller server, how does your gargantuan farm affect other players? What about lag? What about the eyesore which blights the landscape with your enormous farm? What about the lag generated from storage of said generated items? I could go on, but perhaps you get my drift. Fuddy-duddy as it may seem, but nonetheless, inasmuch as and wuthering heights, I would like to propose to you, the dearest of viewers of this channel, and that means both of you, that in fact, perhaps, maybe, possibly the most efficient, most voluminously, unfathomably promiscuous of item-generating farms are not the best for you or your Minecraft world. Now it is possible to learn quite a lot from copying someone else's farm design, but maybe possibly more is to be gained by coming up with something yourself. False criteria such as efficiency, compactness, and prolific outputters of these and those could not prevent you from the abject joy of designing it on your own, or at least with the assistance of a flatulent bovine best friend. Not pointing fingers or hooves. Now, anyways, with that being said, I know the time has come to test out the farm Cow and I have made while we were waiting for our most faithful viewers, and that means both of you to arrive. Are you excited? I'm excited. This farm, such that it is made to generate... Now hold it. I have perhaps had a personal revelation. Now, if Cow and I were living in biblical times, this would be when a saint taps me on the shoulder and says, Now, once upon a time, the most attentive viewers among you will perhaps have felt that when I said gargantuan Minecraft farms are antisocial tools, that I was, it could be, being a bit too, let's say, harsh. No, well, yeah, I will grant you this observation just this once by means of noting that as far as I know, there are no such farms in this world, and Cow and I are not living in want. Okay. Enough of about that? Now we have something to talk about. I have, and by that I mean we have been busy busty beavers after taking inspiration from the basalt farm in the nether we stumbled upon in a previous spine-tingling episode. And why do I feel like I'm repeating myself? That's only because I am. And so, inasmuch as and hitherto, we have built this. And what is this, you may ask? Good question. The most observant viewers among you will have noticed that in fact this is the same old cobblestone generator. And at the same time, it is not. Cow had the idea, or flatulence, sometimes it's hard to be certain, that we should utilize the calibrated skulk sensor in a traditional build and at the same time reduce the use of redstone lines. Now this seemed like a fun challenge. Are you excited? I'm excited. Now look here. By means of this morally ambiguous object, a spyglass, we are able to see the past, the present, and what is yet to come. We present to you the inspirational diagram from which we built this build. Let us see what we shall see. And what does this do? Let Cow and I explain. Okay, now first, the player breaks a cobblestone block, and then the calibrated sensor, which I will have you know is an extraordinary eavesdropper, senses that the block has broken, and then through the amethyst block sends this information to another calibrated skulk sensor. We have to use an intermediary sensor because sensors have a range of 16 blocks, and then we pass it on again like a hot poisonous potato. And then we get a redstone signal out of this sensor, and it triggers a piston behind a cobblestone generator, which pushes a block out of the generator, and then this is noticed by a completely different skulk sensor, which is set to 10, which means it listens to other things, and when it hears the right thing, it triggers another piston, which pushes this whole line of cobblestone towards the player who breaks another cobblestone block. Hurrah! Now that was quite an interesting and laid out in a forceful, manly manner presentation, if I may say so myself. While we were entranced with that morally ambiguous object, time here has advanced as expected. Cow would be quite disappointed if our build was blown up by a creeper. And now it is getting dark. The most faithful viewers among you will know that Cow and I prefer not to sleep through the nights, unless it is necessary or simply convenient. Well, hey now, do you ever have dreams you can't remember? I have them all the time. Even when I was a child, I didn't remember my dreams. I don't know exactly why that is. Now, I will tell you a secret that I've never told you before. Are you ready? Cow is afraid of dreams and portals. Now, I suspect this has something to do with his bone-chilling separation anxiety. But who's to say? Anyways, with that being said, sadly, it's time for us to say our goodbyes. Goodbye, so long, see you later. Tot ziens.